What is going on? Joe says this lobby music is fire. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you. What is going on? Ali is back. Ali is back for another stream. Ali, if you want to see the full setup and not the behind the scenes video or the behind the scenes look we've got going on the talk, check me out on YouTube right now. All right. We've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, we've got X, and we've got TikTok. TikTok is does not get to see what's on the screen, but they will get all the plays still, just like we will out here. All right. Did anybody, I'm trying to figure out where I posted this because I know I posted it though. Did anybody get this play I posted yesterday? I want to say it might have been to X. I can't remember, but I did a 3-person parlay plus 414 and just ran out Quinn Priester under runs allowed, Trevor Rogers under 2.5 runs allowed, and Taj Bradley under 2.5 runs allowed. All high confidence score plays. That's all it was, just high confidence score picks. Ran them out. It was a plus 414, and it cashed out pretty easily, actually, which was kind of cool. So, yeah, just wanted to start off with that. A little bit of the proof if you're here for the first time and you want to know, is this legit or not? Do you have any serious wins? Somebody the other day asked me if I've ever won a pick before, and the answer is yes. Why, yes, I have. All right, so we're going to get into some plays here. Professor PTV says, let's go. Yes, sir. All right, what do I got open here? I've got this. All right, I've got all my accounts. I'm logged into a couple of them here. Let's take a look and see if we can find some beautiful plays. We'll start with MLB, shift to NFL. I'm happy to bounce back and forth if you guys want. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate you, Professor. I mean, the home runs we've been smashing. Ali, I see you in there. You're the best, and I appreciate it. Ali and I had a quick conversation yesterday, and I'm gonna pay you back somehow, Ali. All right, I really am. All right, we're looking at overs to start. Ian Seymour, the highest one on the board, over 1.5 ER. Let's take a look at his innings pitched. Now, the question is, and for these guys that are playing in this capacity, is how many innings is he going to pitch, right? That is the question. Nathan Rocks, what is up? Yeah, that's the question right now. It's like, how many innings is he going to pitch? Is he going to be in a reliever status? If I know you're going to get 5 innings out of this guy, I'm pretty comfortable with it. But, with limited innings, I'm not sure I would necessarily look at this, but the confidence score likes it, and I'm assuming that it likes it because he's going to get enough innings, hopefully. Xavier Edwards, back to the well on Xavier Edwards. Let us down the other day, but I don't hate the idea. Wow, the 2 hitters again are at the top. Let's see. It loves Colt Keith. Are we going back-to-back on these guys after both missing yesterday? Still loves the matchup. Brady Singer. These are some of the overs we're looking at right now. Higher than 4.5 hits allowed for Brady Singer. I mean, if anybody's done, if you guys want MLB, I'm happy to just fly right through it and then move right on to NFL. All right. If everybody's cool with that, that's what we'll do. Some of the other guys to get a hit today. Nathaniel Lowe for Boston, Ryan Mountcastle for Baltimore, and Yordan Alvarez for Houston. I don't hate the idea of running the 3 of them together, and maybe Masataka Yoshida for Boston as well. Run out of 2-man for that game. Couple of options there. Let's take a look at the mobile app because, listen, desktop's for the birds, if I'm being honest. That is just there as a secondary thing. But the primary is the mobile app. Ian Seymour, 14.5 pitcher outs. Interesting. I don't hate that, and I can see why it likes it, obviously. Same guy we were just talking about. Ian Seymour, lower than 14.5 outs, and it is so this is interesting. So the books have this juiced to the fact that he's going to go over, right? So that is what the books are saying. They're saying he's going to get 15 or 16. Ali, I see you, and I appreciate you. They're saying he's going to get 15 to 16 outs. If he gets that, I do like the higher than 1.5 earned runs, but then I wouldn't want to play this 14.5. So really what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to take a stand. Oh, my man, George Ortiz is always supporting the channel. Always supporting the channel. So really what it comes down to is you got to take a stand on Ian Seymour, all right? He's playing Washington. Washington can't hit. The question is how many outs does this guy go? How many innings is he pitching? If he's pitching 5 innings, then I would obviously stay away from the pitcher outs. I would probably look at even the higher than for pitcher outs, right? For the 14.5. And then I would look at the higher than 1.5 earned runs, all right? Do some positively correlated stuff there. Now, if we think he's going to go under 14.5, you could look at it one of 2 ways. Either he got shellacked, and that's why he didn't make it to 5 innings, to 15 outs, or he just got pulled early like he has done. And then there really doesn't guide you on the 1.5 earned runs. I think the important thing to note here and to pay attention to, what is up, MDL? What is up, Hudson? I see you. I see you. The important thing to note is take a stand, all right? Don't do 2 things that are contradictory. Just take a stand one way or the other. All right? Let's take a look at a couple more unders here. Scooball is on the mound today against KC, and his under 1.5 earned runs is looking pretty good, lower than 1.5 earned runs. He did play a game in May against them and didn't allow any earned runs. So you've got that going for you. I got to go. If I catch you again, appreciate you, Ali. Thank you for doing that. He came, he conquered, and he's got to go. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Thank you. We're having trouble streaming to Instagram. We're having trouble streaming to Instagram. It says, I can end the live video and maybe fire it up again. We try it again. Try to get you, everybody who's on the IG, rolling here. NFL. Give me 1 second. Picks. Here we go. Here we go. Audience, public. There we go. Copy. And remove that destination. Let's add in one more. And bingo, bango. Save it. And we should be live back over here on the gram in a minute. Yeah, Scooball, lower than 1.5 earned runs. There's really not much to look at here. You'd get it at a plus 111 if you're on Novig, which is pretty solid. Not going to lie to you there. So it's not a bad play if you want to play it. And if you're going to play it, do so over there. Conversely, yeah, I mean, Draft DK, they're all pretty close. BetMGM's plus 100. So Bryce Miller, lower than 4.5 strikeouts is another one. Look at that. Look at his season-long props, guys. Bryce Miller, lower than 4.5 strikeouts. That's a 0.87 confidence score. And the best place to play it is on Novig right now. What is up, Z Jones? Z Jones, I see you. Crazy bets. Best pick of the day. Oh, for MLB crazy, you know I don't want to bet on MLB anymore. But if I had to pick, I guess the question is Will Banfield playing today? I actually probably would go with this play right here. I love, and really what it is it's entirely data-based, okay? It's entirely data-backed. It's basically just leaning in on the confidence score here. It's a 0.85 confidence score to go lower than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Will Banfield, who plays for Cincinnati, for those who can't see it. Appreciate you, Corey. What is going on? And then another reason I like it is I'm assuming, DK minus 160. So I love the value we're getting there. Cole, what is up, Cole? I see you. Yeah, so I love the minus 140 that you're getting on that compared to a minus 160 on some of the sharper books like DK. Will Banfield lower than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Crazy. That's my pick of the day here. And I'm just going to lean in on the confidence score because I'm not going to try to outsmart the AI. All right? I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. There's no reason for me to try to outsmart the AI, so I'm not going to do it. Now, if we're talking NFL, as soon as we get into NFL, Tanner Gordon's another interesting spot, although he's gone over in the last 2 games. As you can see, he's a guy that doesn't go the distance a lot. Coors Field could get into trouble pretty early here. Tanner Gordon against the Cubbies, who are very capable of running up the score. So a lot of options here. You notice I'm looking at a lot of unders. Here we go. Another thing. Same thing. Ian Seymour. The question is how many innings does this guy pitch? I like the idea of going under 15 and a half innings pitch and lower than 5.5 strikeouts. You know what? I like it so much. Where's my mouse? I'm going to share that. I'm going to drop that in the Discord real quick. From stream. Ian. Oh, he's against Washington. That's why everything's so juiced too. I don't know. Washington's so bad. I bet on somebody the other day that I thought was a good play against Washington. Honestly, I might just stay away from it and drop the Will Banfield play in there. All right. I'm going to do that right now here. I'm going to do that right now. Wow. Challenger model went crazy yesterday for MLB. What is up, Miles? What is up? All right. Ooh, we got a lot of people. Guys, do me a favor. Smack the like button. Smack the like button. Retweet, like, follow, subscribe, all the things. When you're live on so many platforms, you got to say them all. Before we go on to NFL real quick, because I know, whoops, why can't I get that? I know people want it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at home runs real quick. Home runs. All right, Ohtani is number one on the board. Probably not a big surprise there. 0.37 confidence score is kind of nutty for a home run. I'm going to be honest. It's kind of nutty. Rex, what is up? Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Double tap the screen. All right? Double tap the screen if you're over there on TikTok, please. I see that Yankees logo. I see it. We got people coming in and out. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I've got a couple of free plays that I've already given away. Ohtani, Stanton, and Raleigh. What can I put on the screen? Can I put something on the screen that'll help us? Reading Q&A playbook? No, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to be able to like write notes on the screen for people that are coming in. Boards? Use boards to highlight key information for viewers. Well, I'll have to look into this because it would be nice if I could go ahead and put that on the screen so I could get like a running list of the plays we've had so far. But it doesn't look like I can do that. So, all right, Ohtani, Stanton, Raleigh, the dumper himself. Nolan Gorman is an interesting name up at the top here, and a plus 307 with a humongous edge score of 18.2. So that's your edge that you're getting if you play this on Novig versus if you play it on FanDuel, if you play it on DraftKings, if you play it on Prizepicks, any of the other books that you have it available. That is the value you're getting there. So that is massive. Yeah, Fliff plus 222 or 225, Pinnacle 237, Profit X 285. Yeah, so a really good value over here on Novig. Actually, you know what we could do? Yeah, we're going to start to slowly transition over here to NFL. Of course, there are no games for today because there are no games here. Let's just look at the full slate. Let's look at the full Saturday slate. All right. Yes, we've got the team stuff. What is up? You've got a flash goal? Oh, my gosh. Well, I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Okay. Not worried about the flash goal right now. Let's look at some of the let's do a anytime touchdown. All right. How about we do anytime touchdowns? I gotta, it's just crowded because I've shrunk down the screen here. Let's go ahead. We're going to move on from home runs. We're going to move right over to NFL. We're going to go to players. There are no games. We're going to go right over to Sunday, and we're going to run it up. And we're going to look at 10 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, for some reason, and I sent this to the team today. I said, why is Terry McLaurin popping off to score a touchdown in week 1? But you know what? The more I thought about it, the more I don't hate it, right? The more I don't hate it. McLaurin holds out for a little bit, right? Finally gets the contract he wants. You don't think this guy wants to come out in week 1 and show that he is motivated and that the team made the right decision? I think they do. I think they will. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just put this over here. How do we feel about that? I think it's better. I mean, it's kind of like you got to stare at my stomach the whole time. Less than ideal. I'll get something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a better angle for the next video, okay? I will figure out a better angle. Yeah, I don't hate McLaurin to score a touchdown. At a .46 confidence score, again, I just want to trust the confidence score. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just remember one thing. Do me a favor. It's week 1, okay? It is week 1. So don't go all in and blow your entire bankroll, because this is all based on last season's data and some of like what we've seen with like off-season moves and free agency and stuff. But like at the end of the day, it's a little bit more of a crapshoot now more than it'll ever be for the rest of the year, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't go too crazy. Good morning, Christian. Joe Zoo. Guys, can you do me a favor? We've got a couple people watching on TikTok, but Ali, who is smashing the like button, is left. Double tap the screen, all right? Ali single-handedly, or he was one of the few people that got us all the way up to 4,000. Lance, I see you in here. Just tap the screen, all right? Just do me a favor. Just tap it. Hit it 100 times real quick. It'll take you 18 seconds. Good morning, Christian. Just want to say what up to you. Always appreciate you being here. I'm going to go ahead and hit this thing because we need to get some likes. We need to get some followers. We need to get some people that are running the stream up. All right. And if you won't listen to me, got this guy. People seem to like him. He's going to do me a favor and just ask for one thing. Okay. Hey, I appreciate you checking out the videos. Please do me a favor, like the video. It looks like a little bell. Just tap the video. It's right there on your mobile screen. Tap it aggressively if you have to, and subscribe to the channel. There we go, okay? That's it. That's it. Just do me that favor, okay? Let's look at some more NFL. So these are the touchdown plays. As of right now, they will shift and change depending on the odds and where the money is coming in. But Jahmyr Gibbs at number 2 seems like a stone cold lock for week 1. And the fact that you're almost getting it at even odds is kind of crazy. Tell me right now, who do we think? I want this for all the streams, all the platforms, but drop in the comments who is 100% scoring a touchdown week 1. Just want to see something. I just want to see what people are thinking. Give me a 100%. Now, if you say Saquon, that's fine. Not a bad play. 100%. Who is scoring a touchdown in week 1? Let's assume everything's a minus 120. You got one name. Oh, there he is, Joe. There he is. You've got one guy, one name. Everybody's a minus 120. One name. Who is scoring a touchdown week 1? Just one guy. You got to pick one guy. I don't care what everybody's same odds. Who's scoring a touchdown week 1? Drake London's up there too. Drake London, McLaurin, and Evans, if you want to just fade the running backs and run out some wide receivers. I've seen some people talking away from Bijan a little bit, and I think it's because they lost their right guard or something. I'm curious, like protecting his blind side. They face an important decision. Opening update at extremely important. See, this must be what it's about. Let's see. What did they say? With all the uncertainty of Falcons' offensive line, the trade market, blah, blah, blah. Raheem Morris gives priority to linemen on Falcons' initial roster. Right tackle Caleb McGarry. Baby B signed everything. Change. Oh, right tackle. But, okay. Devastating injury. This is what I needed. Devastating injury update on a 92-game starter. After holding out hope that right tackle Caleb McGarry would be able to return at some point this season, they received update that lower leg injury that he suffered last week will cost him the entire season. Oh, okay. They're starting right tackle. Oh, because he's a lefty. Got it. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's a bummer. That does hurt him a little bit, though. But, I mean, are we really worried that Bijan has that much of a fall off from his one guy? Nobody's got one guy? Matthew Gunnarsson, I love Lindor and Alonso over 1.5 HRR. Yeah, I think Lindor has been super hot, right? Alonso too, but all right. And now if you're just going running backs, you'd have Bijan, Kyron Williams, and Jahmyr Gibbs at the top here for anytime touchdowns. The next guy coming in is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's the next guy coming in. What do I got here? Oh, okay. I just wanted to see what else I can do in here. Can I do anything else? Can I do something? A flash goal, a live goal, roses. Oh, and I did say, by the way, I don't know what the rose does, but okay. That I was going to be giving out some cash, and that is true. I will be buying somebody a coffee today or for tomorrow, Monday, your holiday. Start your Labor Day off with a coffee on me. Oakley King, good morning. I don't think this affects Bijan that much for what it's worth. I don't think it affects Bijan too much. But if you want to look at anytime touchdowns, you want to target games where they're going to score a lot of points. Arizona and New Orleans Saints is a lower one. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jets is not one I would be overly trying to slam touchdown bets into. You've got Detroit and Green Bay. Baltimore and the Bills is the highest one on that Sunday, and that is a good-looking one. Tennessee and Denver Broncos, again, I wouldn't be slamming people in. Now, you've got the Colts game that's competitive up there at a -1.5 spread as well. And big favorites like a James Conner could be interesting here in this Arizona game as a 6.5-point favorite. Tampa Bay, too. Tampa Bay is locked into a good game here on the road. I think Mike Evans probably gets it done. Mike Evans is still a hard one for me to play because he cost us that plus 33,000 last year. Single-handedly cost us the plus 3,300. Oh, Tommy, 2 triggers. I'm so sorry, Tommy. I missed this. Completely missed this. My apologies. All right. Completely missed this. That was my bad. If we're just going to build out teams I like in week 1. Now, normally I try to stay away from divisional battles, but I think Washington at home is a pretty solid lock. So I would take something like I'd probably do Washington. I was looking at this the other day. There's a couple of easy ones, I thought. Washington and Denver is a solid, easy 2-man, in my opinion. Washington and Denver are probably 2 of the easier ones on the board. I want to take Cincinnati, but in a division game on the road, with how slow Cincinnati starts historically, I just don't know. What is up, Sam? Yeah, I don't know about Cincinnati. Just listen, they're probably fine, right? They're probably fine. The even, just taking them to win is probably totally fine. I wouldn't touch that 5.5. I will say that. Not going to touch that 5.5. Should we put something together here real quick? Your location couldn't be verified. Okay, hold on one second. Try to get in here. Location verified. Okay. So what's the problem then? Let's see. You know what? Let's just build out. Let's go back. Okay. We've talked about a little bit of NFL, but I'm going to have NFL streams all week. I don't want to crush NFL to death, right? Let's go back and let's talk about MLB just for a minute. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple of plays in right now as degenerate parlays, essentially. Let's go to overs or unders. What's today's date? The 31st, right? Geesh. Almost September 1st, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor. Hey, hit the like button, all right? Hit the like button if you're on X, retweet, comment, like, subscribe. All the things, please. All the things. All of the things. I'm going to get a drink of water. The question is TikTok, or I'm sorry, is YouTube notifying people when I go live? That's the question, because it hasn't been working. All right, I want to look. I'm going to stay away from Ian Seymour. He's annoying me. I'm going to stay away from him. Let's go and let's cut out everything that's a -170. Okay. Oh, man. They're thinking he's going to go over, huh? All right, like I said, let's ignore that. I like Bryce Miller. Actually, I should have really trusted in the score and just go for it. Bryce Miller. Okay. Definitely not as good as I would get it over there. But for the sake of ease, I'm just going to place it at worse odds. Don't make the same mistake I am. Okay, so we've got Bryce Miller. I mean, I like this. I like this a lot, so I'm going to play this one too. Cincinnati, Will Banfield. HRR. Oh, do they not have this on here? I forgot. Do they not have this market on FanDuel? That's so bizarre. I guess I have to pick FanDuel ones, right? Tanner Gordon. That's a good one. They'll have that one. From Colorado. What is up? We're placing a little slip here right now. Just building it out. So far, we've got Bryce Miller under 4.5 strikeouts. And now I'm looking at Tanner Gordon. Screwball always pitches a gem, especially on the weekend. I don't hate that 1.5 ER. But let's look at this one first. I love this play actually a lot. Tanner Gordon outs recorded. I mean, that is max wager 25. Okay. There we go. Did you guys get that? So it's Bryce Miller, lower than 4.5 strikeouts. Tanner Gordon, higher than, lower also than 15.5 outs. And Andre Jocelyn, what's up? Andre Palante, over 3.5 hits allowed. You know what? We'll do it over here. We'll go back. We'll go to MLB. We'll go to players. We got to go to the right date, which is today. Palante. But baby boo, you like higher than 3.5. What'd you like? Over 3.5 hits allowed. Well, that's cool, but the line is 5.5. Jocelyn, what are you doing? You sandbagging? Hi, I'm back. What's up, Sonny? Welcome back. Are you sandbagging, Jocelyn? Yeah, sure. 3.5 is great, but it doesn't do us a lot of good here. All right. But if you like the 5.5, that is direct contradiction of our confidence score. So I don't know if I could get behind it, just so you know. However, you may have led us to, whoops, stop doing that. There we go. You may have led us to this. I mean, it loves the under pitcher hits allowed right there. This is what we're looking at for the season. I mean, it ain't bad. Let's see how many pitches. Pitches thrown. So on the season, as long as he gets his average, let's say he just gets around his average of 80. So let's say like a 75 to 92, something like that. Pretty even split at 16.4 though. Cincinnati against righties. I'm just curious. Cincinnati against righties on base percentage. Cincinnati right in the middle. Yeah, I don't hate this right here. So maybe this will be a third one we add. Palante. Let's keep doing it. Let's just build out a degenerate slip for a very small amount of money, shall we? I mean, it's the end of MLB season. Come on. It's about to be NFL. Who cares? about it right now. Ian Seymour. All right, I'm going to go under the strikeouts. Am I going to go under the strikeouts? I almost feel like this one's like a trap. A couple of Seymours here. Tampa Bay under 0.5 runs scored. Let's do that one. Can we get that one in here? Run scored. 2-score run. Bob Seymour. No, I want to go under. Run scored. Can't do it on here? Oh my gosh. I don't understand. I don't understand. FanDuel. You know what? Maybe we should just sort by FanDuel. At this point, I think we have to. I think you've left me with no choice. Tanner Gordon, Seymour. We've got all these plays. Max Scherzer. Wow. It likes that under, huh? At plus 114, let's do it. This could be the guy that ruins it for us, but Toronto against Milwaukee. Scherzer lower than the outs. Wow, plus 114. All right, what do we think? Just that? A couple of unders? Plus 1,000? Pedro Pages. Jocelyn, are you throwing out real lines or not? Don't be throwing out those alt lines all the time. I mean, sure, that's fine. That's great for NFL and stuff, but let's do this one. Okay? I'll leave those up there in case you guys want to see them over there for a moment. I'm going to be doing NFL all this week. I might make a video tonight. What do you guys think? Video tonight? I got a rose. Can I get 4 more roses? That's probably a lot to ask. I don't even know what it takes to give a rose, okay? But can I get 4 more roses? I kind of want to just keep building this, right? Let's just keep building it. Let's just be true degenerates together. Anybody else with me on this? Texas, let's just do all unders. All unders. Sunday. Under. Oh no. Oh, that's why. Never mind. I was like, why is it getting negative edge here? But that's okay. That's because we are selecting FD only. Texas. Jacob deGrom under. Okay. Let's keep it rolling. Wow, all unders for these guys outs. Jeez. Martin Perez. I mean, I don't know. Yankees could always just go cold, but I suppose I could look at it. Tanner Beebe. All unders. One more? Home run bet? What do we add to this? Home runs? Ohtani? And who else? Close that. Whoa. Who just did that? Joe. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that is other than all the cool stuff. What a guy. Absolutely. I was like, what is this? This thing just lit up like the 4th of July here. It was like, that was chaos. Did you guys hear that on the stream? Yeah, you did for sure. It was like as loud as a freight train. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Joe. What a sweet guy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following Joe on TikTok, I don't know what you're doing. All right. Joe Maleka on TikTok. You can see him right there. Go in, follow the man's account, even if he doesn't have any posts. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. All right, we're gonna add a couple of home runs to this play, right? This is just getting chaotic. All right, Ohtani and Stanton, just run out those 2 guys and call it. I mean, I don't want to go too crazy. We're past that, actually. I misclicked, and now I have to go back. All right. I would love to take somebody in Coors Field today to get a home run. But let's take Ohtani in his first at bat. That'd be interesting. And one more. Yeah, this is crazy. It's gone off the rails, that's for sure. And Stanton. Let's just go the top 2 highest. He didn't hit a home run in his last game, did he? Yeah, I don't like guys to repeat home runs. If you notice, they go like a day a lot in between or more. What's the weather going to be like? Where is this? What time are they playing? 2:11. It's got to be right in here. There they are. Oh, I couldn't see it. Stanton. Okay. There it is. Oh, you know what? We got to get over the $1,000 if we're going to do it. Okay, there's no way that hits probably, right? Like we all know that. We all understand that there's probably no way that that hits. But if it does, all right, what else do you guys want me to look at? Anything else? I mean, I've probably done like 6 straights, 2 parlays, a partridge and a pear tree. I've done the whole thing. And I don't want to burn out from NFL because it's just, I know it's impossible. I don't give a pin about nothing but the Tide. Let's go, Bama. Heber. I mean, listen, I came in a little hot, all right? If I'm being honest, you came in hot, first and foremost. Second off, respect the fandom, okay? I respect the fandom. Third, after the day yesterday, I respect the fandom even more. Alabama. I got nothing bad to say about them, but I will just unobjectively say it wasn't great, right? Curious to hear if you can give an unbiased opinion on if they're going to turn it around this season or if it's going to be a bit of a down year. What does this say? It says I can check the goal and celebrate the moment. What a guy. What a guy. You know, what a freaking guy. I could just do a home run one too. I'm going to do the home run one on DK because I just did a withdrawal the other day. So I got to slowly build this baby back up. So let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's see here. We're just going to run right off the top here. I'm going to do 2 different ones. All right. I'm going to run one straight off the top for home runs. And then I'm going to run one more. Where is he? Can I? Oh, he's at the top. I was just saying, like, can we not pick him? Man, is there anybody that's going to hit 2 today? Should we go 2? It's just, one's risky enough. We're going to go Stanton. We'll go Dumper. But then I want to build one that's not cooked if these 2 guys missed, Stanton and Ohtani. Stanton. The big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Do we throw a 4th guy in there? Sure. Let's throw Nolan in there. Nolan's basically a straight. I mean, you could play Nolan as a straight at plus 307. That ain't bad at all. Or do we just go Judge? One and a half. How many places have a 1.5? 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's odd. I don't know. Do they love Judge today for a home run? Do I just throw him in? I guess. Why is he so high today? Okay, sure. Let's do that. $3 there. And let's run it back. We're going to remove Stanton because he's in every single one. And we're going to move Ohtani. And we're going to go back and we're going to throw in Nolan and Bush. I love that play. That's a good play. Michael Bush. Yeah, let's do those two guys. Man, if Judge sells another home run play, so help me God. So help me God, D. Okay. We've got Nolan. And we've got Michael Bush from Chicago. Yeah, I mean, this is the only thing that makes betting on baseball worth it at this point. It's just, it's brutal right now at this time of the season. I got a bonus bet. Sure. $10? Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. There it is. So, for those that can't see the screen, we've got Raleigh. We've got Gorman, who plays for the Cardinals. We've got Michael Bush, all to hit a home run. Michael Bush pays for the Cubbies. Hillian _11. All right. We've looked at NFL. Guys, if you don't know, NFL's in the app now. NFL is back in the app. Woo! Woo! Nobody told me who's going to score a touchdown, so I'm just going with my gut. And my gut's been pretty good for home run bets. Oh yeah, I got to look at that. Highest confidence play. First time I've seen a 1. God, I hope he doesn't throw an interception. Hurts under 18.5 pass completions. Hasn't exceeded that against the Cowboys in the 3 games we've been logging. What do you think, Brandon? Brandon, Rory. Man, that's so many people cycling in and out today. 18.5. That's interesting. I'd be actually, you know what? Here we go. What are his pass attempts? This is where the filters are the best. Okay, his average pass attempts is 24. So let's say, I mean, he's probably leading this game, right? Let's say he just goes right around his average. Has only exceeded that one time. That was against Washington, and he just exceeded it. So unless you're telling me that this Philadelphia team goes up and changes their strategy this year at home against the Cowboys, sorry, Joe, you know I love you. More than likely, they should win. You telling me he's going to have to throw for more than that? This is where the advanced filters come into play so much. Actually, I'm curious to see home games. Let's take away this filter and let's just look at home games. Let's do no pass attempts. Doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, at home, throws a lot less. Wait, right? Does he throw less at home? Man, I just can't help myself from go to NFL. What is it? Last 20? Wait, why is that game 1 against Washington? Did he get taken out? Oh, yeah, he must have gotten taken out. It must not have mattered or something. What was that game? December 22nd. What was that? 12-22. Oh, yeah, 1 of 4. Oh, he got knocked out in that game. I forgot. Right? Hurts got hurt in that game? Just followed you? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We've had steady viewers the whole time. You know what? I wonder if I should try on the other account. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. Yeah, I've got 2 accounts over there in case they get flagged. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's lower than 18.5 pass attempts or pass completions is probably a pretty safe play. AJ Brown, 5.5 receptions is always interesting here. Let's look at Brown. I love that now. Anytime touchdowns of 0.46. That might be my favorite anytime touchdown play. AJ Brown. All right, I can't help myself. I got to get off. I'll do this all day. Literally, we'll find plays for NFL all day. Talk myself into them. Next thing you know, we've got 100 units in the field. But AJ Brown's a good one. AJ Brown. That's a good one. AJ Brown's getting a touchdown. Downtown AJ Brown, the only man in town. Now this first touchdown, I got to figure that out. That's not. This is just touchdowns, but they're building that out for me. Special order, special delivery. Yep, that's not bad either. Head to head. On the road. Averages 1.6 over the last 20. 2.3 better at home. I don't care. I don't care. All right. What do you think about Pickens for longest reception? 5s. What is up? First off. Second off, you know I love it. You know I absolutely love it. I posted that somewhere. I posted it. Actually, I teased it somewhere. I teased it. I didn't actually play it. But I teased it. Yeah, 21.5 because you're getting 22, 23 on these other ones. Yep, 5s. That's 5s. That's like a wagon, right? That's like an old school wagon. I've got 3. I can think of 3 to 5 right now off the top of my head that are wagon plays. I don't know if I want to give them out yet. I'm not going to give them out yet, 5s. We'll look at them this week, okay? By the end of this week, from all the videos we're doing, I'm going to go through all of them. But I'm going back to wagons. I don't think any of them have changed, to be honest. I don't think any of them have changed. This could be a wagon. This could be considered a wagon play. Definitely a wagon for a time. Probably played it this entire stretch right here. That entire stretch. Might have even started around here. Just play that all year. If you played this all year, you would have made money. If you had played the Saquon Barkley over 19.5, higher than 19.5 longest rush. I mean, it's got guys like this is, what is this? Oh, there we go. This is pretty slick, guys. Like, don't look at, there's value right there. You're getting value right there because look at the other ones. Okay. Make sure you guys are using this. It's not just in there. Excuse me, for no reason. There you go. Look at that value right there. Oops, I forgot you can't click it. Profit X 44. Guys, like there's value. There's value out here. Find it. Find it. Okay, look at this. Watch this. Alt. Look at this. You want to take KC? Just give up 2.5 minus 142. God, this is so good. This app is so good. This app is so good. I'm so proud. So proud. 5s. That was a great question, by the way. Great question. I think, I wish that was a little bit better. Under, I could see doing something like a under. Can I get 24.5? No, I can't get 24.5 anywhere where I want it. 230. Yeah, guys, this app is so good now. It's so good. I took the Barkley play yesterday when I saw you talk about it, so thank you for that. Oh, appreciate you, 5s. Yeah, 5s. That, I mean, look at that. Long term, Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I love it. And I think Philly should be ahead, right? So we should get ample workload. I've got two more. At least two more that I'm going to give out this week that I'm going to talk about. But fives, you could always message me and I'll hook you up. You know that. I'll always just reach out. You can always reach out to me. But then we don't just have the alternative ones. Look at this. You want to just do the first quarter. Just say Kansas City's going to get the ball and get out ahead early. You can do that. You can do second quarter. You can do, I think they're going to win the first half. I got all this stuff in the app, guys. There's all this stuff in the app. This sucker is built out now, ladies and gentlemen. We're not screwing around, all right? We're not screwing around here. First quarter total, over 7.5. That must be between the two teams, I would think. Yeah. Do we think each team's going to get a touchdown and a field goal? 7.5 is pretty easy. I would love it to see 6.5, obviously, but they're not going to do that. 9.5 on BetMGM. First quarter team. There we go. First quarter team. So we must not have any more than just like first quarter team is probably all they do. Second half, first quarter, first half. I love this. I love it. Love it. Appreciate you, fives. I always love seeing you in here, my friend. Honestly, I really do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, I could go all day. I could just sit here all day and look through stuff. McCaffrey over rushing easy, King. Great question. Let's look at it. I told you, I'll stay here all day. I will sit here and talk NFL all day. I'm so excited for NFL. Here's the thing. I don't know. Whoops, I'm on the wrong floor again. I don't know how healthy he really is. I just have a little bit of concern about how healthy he is. They say he's 100% healthy, right? Well, if that's the case, then you can just lock in the touchdown. First off, don't be silly. We'll just lock in the touchdown, right, King? Appreciate you, King. Just got the number 2 gifter badge. I think that's great. I think that's something really good. I don't know what it does. I got to look into it. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Where's the camera over there? Right here. I can't see. I got the light right behind it. It's blinding. It's blinding. All right, so CMC, touchdown, yes. Rushing, was it 70-something? How about his rushing and receiving? Rushing 71, 73 on a couple of them. This is why NFL is the best. You can really get some value here. 71.5 on BetMGM. And Hard Rock and Underdog and Prizepicks. Wow. So some of these books are already juicing more than them. What's his rush receiving? I wonder if they're going to actually give him the rush receiving a lot. Rush attempts, rush yards. Let's say he gets 70 rush yards. Does he exceed the line? No. So it's heavy on the rushing, which is makes sense. I just want to see. I'm just curious. I'm just looking around. Rush attempts, 16.5. What do we think about the rush attempts? Do we think it's possible that he's under his rush attempts? How effective do we think he's going to be too against Seattle? How was Seattle's run defense last year? Pretty stout. Again, last year it's tough. We're just looking at last year. But let's see, it gets his average. So his run average, 5.0. Holy smokes, that's pretty good. Let's just say he's a little bit under than 100% effective, all right? But he's not ineffective. There you go. Actually, I want to see his yards under that. Because the question was about his rushing yards. So let's take a look at it. Let's look at his rushing average when he's in this range. Over in 2 or 3. King. So what I did was I took the app, right? And I sorted it by his rushing yard average. His rushing yard average was 5.0 in the last 20 games. So then what I did was I removed all the 5.0s and what did I sort by? Yeah, 5 and below. So assuming he comes back at less than 100% healthy, right? probably a pretty safe assumption. Let's assume he comes back at just slightly less than 100% healthy. But he's still not like, he's still Christian McCaffrey, right? So he's still going to get, oh yeah, auto touchdown machine, right, King? Yeah, we got to look at the touchdowns, I think. I think that's the best play, personally. That's my safest player. That's my best play for CMC in week 1. But anyways, though, I do think this team struggles a little bit. They're going to be missing some key pieces and stuff. I digress. So what I did was I just basically said, like, let's say he has an average game for him, average efficiency. He's getting like 4.2 to 4.5 yards per carry. How has he done? Well, he's gone over in 3 of 5 games, ran for 85, 90, and 79, went under with 64 and 54. Detroit, his game over was 90 yards. He went over against Seattle, actually. All right. So, there's that. He went over against Seattle in November of last year, November 17th. So I think you can make the strong case. And then he's had games of 114 and 145 against them. So I think you can make the case for the over there to answer your question at 71.5. But my favorite play would just be the touchdown. And the fact that you're playing it, I don't know why I got to put that out there. I got to put this out there. Like, I can't believe the value we're getting right now. I'm going to throw that in there. I got to throw this in there. There we go. Okay, just had to share that because I like that play. What about James Conner over rushing and Malik Neighbors over receiving? King, I got you on both of those, okay? Because I truly, truly appreciate you asking those questions. So I'm 100% getting those right now. All right, so let's start with the first one. You said James Conner. I'm going to pull up Conner over here on the app because what am I doing here? I'm going to pull up Conner on the app. We got to go the right day. Okay. Cook. Oh, James Conner. Where was he? I just saw him. Okay. We're going to pull up Conner over here. And then you want to know about Neighbors receptions. How's Neighbors hamstring? That's my question. I like Neighbors. I like his, I have his touchdown prop for the season, 7.5, higher than that. I like that a lot too. But you wanted to see receptions or receiving yards. Do I take the over on Waddle, Max Frisch? Guys, do me a favor. I'm going to answer all these questions, but you got to do me a huge favor. We've got 8,000 likes. Let's get to 10,000 right now while I'm looking up these 2 plays, okay? You get 3 or 5 of you guys just to double tap that screen. It'll be easy. I appreciate it. So just double tap your screen. Just double tap your cell phone. Appreciate you for following me. I got you guys right now. I'm looking up Neighbors and Commerce first. Over receptions. Are we thinking receiving yards or receptions? His receiving yards, he's averaged 80.3 over his last 20. I've got a confidence score to the over of 0.4. It's probably a little low. I kind of like the over personally for receptions or for receiving yards. Receptions is 6.5. They really have nobody else. I mean, it's going to be a tight one. I probably, honestly, if you want my honest answer, I'm receiving yards. Yeah, it must be receiving yards then. I'm probably going to stay away from Neighbors unless I throw him in a touchdown play. With the hamstring and everything, I don't know. My preference would be his receiving yards. How about that? My preference would be higher than 72.5 receiving yards, although it's moving around to 74 and 75 on some. Bailey Bet Rivers both have it at 72. Profit X 73, but nobody's taken the over or the higher than that yet. 74 on FanDuel too. So you've got good options there. So I would look at the over yards. I think I lean yards over receptions. Again, it's week 1, guys. It's a little bit tough, but the question is with his hamstring, does he retweak it or injure it? That is a case for taking the under for Neighbors, especially on his receptions. Your live will end. Inactivity. Complete the verification. I mean, inactivity. was just moving the screen. Anyways, yeah, so I would say I think I like the higher than for the receptions. On receiving yards, excuse me, the receptions, I probably lean the under, almost do like a contradictory play, put both of them together, and you'd get some really good value. That's actually a sneaky way to play that. James Conner. All right, so James Conner, I think his anytime touchdown is definitely interesting this week against New Orleans as pretty good favorites. On the road, not great, but pretty good favorites in general. I think his touchdown is probably the way to go for me. And I hate to keep saying these touchdown things, but let's look at his rushing yards and attempts. Yards and attempts, 15.5 rushing attempts. I'm curious to see his rushing yards. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm just clicking around through his yards, and I'm going to look at his yardage, and then I'm going to look at his attempts per game and try to see if I can tell his average or see where he gets now. These last games, I'm going to take out these outliers. That's all I'm going to take out is the 7 and the 4. So I'm going to say he at least gets 10. That's it. He at least gets 10. He's gone over in 7 of the last 10 games, averaging 86.9 during that span. He's also been over in 13 of the last 20, 65%. Averaging 87.1. Again, I think my favorite play is just the touchdown, but did you start to build a touchdown slip? Yeah, I think at 5. I think I'm going to wait later this week. In my head, I'm building it, literally like building it in my head. I'm probably going to have, since we're talking about degenerate touchdown slips, right? Like these big old slips, I'm probably going to build out, I mean, it's week 1. I'm probably going to build out 10, let's be honest. But I'm probably going to seriously build out like 3 to 5 maybe with like different combinations. And I almost spilled my drink. And I'm going to roll that out. So I haven't done it yet. I've started in my head, but I will roll that out this week. Definitely have a couple of guys. They're just a little bit juicy, some of these guys, obviously. But, CMC is kind of a no-brainer. James Conner, what's James Conner's touchdown at? I mean, that ain't bad either. I got to be honest. James Conner touchdown. I'm going to look at that too. I don't like how low that confidence score is. I'm going to take a look at that today and see why. Oh, yeah, I don't care that that's a 0. We don't have those. We don't have first touchdown and last touchdown confidence score yet. All right, so I got those 2 for you, King. I got you on those 2. But now Max Frisch wanted 57.5 receiving yards for Neighbors. Oh, is that what you were looking at? No, not Neighbors. What did you ask for? Waddle. That's interesting. Tyreek has been MIA. Are we in overs? Yeah, we're in overs. Waddle had such a down year last year. But I'm kind of, I don't know. Something tells me that, Max, something tells me that you're looking at the over here. And I kind of see why. I kind of want to take the over too. Again, I don't know. King, it's this app right here. It's called PropsBot.AI. That's the app I'm using. So this is the account I'm streaming on too. We actually have 2 accounts. This is the secondary account because the first one constantly is having issues, but I will be on that one as well. But I kind of feel the same way. I kind of feel that Waddle against the Colts, who struggle, although they did boost their secondary this year. That's why I'm kind of like, meh. But like, Tyreek's less than 100%. If he even pulls up with a hammy or something like that in the middle of the game because he's not in game shape. I mean, you've got Achane too. I actually think I prefer, though, looking at Achane. That's my honest, thank you, King, for the follow. Max, that's my honest opinion here is like, maybe the play is just to look at Achane. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Waddle won't go over. I do think he's a good option. But I think the strength of this Colts team might kind of be the secondary a little bit now on defense with them bolstering their second unit. I think they signed 2 cornerbacks, at least one good one, like a standout. I can't remember his name right now. I'm a little rusty. But I think the play might be Achane. So let's just real quick take a look at Achane. King, I wish I could like share it with you, but it's so weird the setup I have right now. So I can't share it right this second. Rushing and receiving for Achane. Man, he was such a monster towards the end. What is his, not reception yards? Actually, yeah. Oh, that was a wagon. That was a wagon, wasn't it? Achan's receiving yards. Levi, Notre Dame. Just a hunch, though. Not a lock. Not a lock by any means. Why don't I have a reception one for him? Why don't we have a reception for him? Let me see if it's out yet. I'm going to look real quick here. I think it's possible that it's just not out. NFL, I mean, it should be out more this week, right? Where's NFL? NFL. Do they have an HN receptions? Total receptions. Nope. They only got one for Hill and Waddle. Okay. For what it's worth, Max, Waddle, watch this. This could be something like a way you use this to guide you. All right. This is where the value, one of the many values of PropsBot. All right. So it looks like we got a little bit of a lean to over 4.5 receptions, right? So you're looking at 5 receptions. Here's 2 ways I'm going to do this. So let's say you're looking at 5 receptions. Man, he did not have 5 a lot. 5 receptions. Oh, what a dope. What a silly man I am. Receiving yards. Reception yards, that's what they all call it. All right. So when he's gotten 5 receptions in a game, look at his receiving yardage. He averages 91 over 20, 115 over his last 5. That's crazy. So if he gets 5 receptions, he's getting it. Okay. But other thing I wanted to look at was his longest reception prop. His longest reception prop is 21.5 with a slight lean to the over. So that could be a good sign, because that means if he gets a 30-yard touch or a 30-yard catch or something, or a touchdown or whatever, he's well on his way there. So that could help you. Hopefully that helps you too. Thoughts on Dak passing yards and CD receiving? They're going to be down most of the game against the Eagles. That's what I'm thinking too, King. Is it possible that this game's a little bit of a trap and it's a closer game than we think? Probably not, right? Like, it's just like, the Super Bowl contenders coming off of the win, opening night, let down. I'm not saying they lose, but like division game, maybe Dallas keeps a little bit close. Everybody's writing Dallas off. They trade away Micah Parsons. Is it possible this team rallies, right, Joe? What do you think? You think your team can rally behind something like this and at least keep it close? I think that's a possibility. I wouldn't be that surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. Do I do it for a living? No, I do not. Do not do it for a living. Not yet. Maybe the app someday. Maybe the app in conjunction with this would be. But I run the app. Software, baby. Software. CD and Dak. I was going to look up Dak. So you've got opening night. I do like King. I'd like the 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think that's an interesting play. I think that could be interesting. I've never seen you before. Is this the app? Is the app just your username? Is the app just your username? Yeah. So the app is the name of the app. So PropsBot's the name of the app. PropsBot.AI is the website, name of the app, PropsBot for short. That's the app. I'm the one that created it. My name on socials and stuff is at the Hulk Bets, Levi. So if you want to look me up personally on socials, at the Hulk Bets, but I think I just have a X account under that name. So Dak, 1.5 touchdowns. I can show you, King. You want to see this? Let's see this real quick. Here, King. So this is what I'm looking at. Look at this. See, so that's the app. Sorry if it's not fantastic. Wait, it's over here, right? That's the app right there. So it's got Dak. We wanted to look at, I'll just look this up real quick. Dak, and it's over there. Receiving yards, right? No, passing yards we wanted. Pass yards. There it is. Dak passing yards. See, so there you go. So that is the app we're talking about, King. That's the app I'm using right now. That is the app I will always be using. That is the best app on the App Store. It uses machine learning, not this AI, not this AI like these fake companies use, or these companies that are like, well, we have some machine learning models in here. Yeah, okay. Everybody's not the same. Every machine learning model is not the same. It depends on the quality of your person that is creating the model, because there is an art to it. There is a science to it. It is not just plug in machine learning and then call it a day. All right. That is one thing I'm learning, and I am not the expert and guru. I am learning a ton through this process, but I am not. But my expert is an expert. My expert, PropsBot's expert, is the best at this. The best one out there. You show me a company whose models are producing a 17 to 20% ROI, and then we can talk, because that's what PropsBot's got. I've shown it 100 times. Go on all our socials and stuff. Take a look at it. I take screenshots right from the database and stuff that takes in 130,000 bets. No, I cannot. I cannot explain what a taxi squad is. I'm still not certain. I'm thinking of just folding it up and calling it a day, because I don't know what a taxi squad is. I just don't know. Taxi squad sounds made up, to be honest. It sounds made up. Taxi squad. That is a gang of New York City drivers in their yellow vehicles who pick up pedestrians and drive them to their locations that they need to go. All right. So Dak, passing yards, I mean, he should be down the whole game. They should be throwing the whole game. Head-to-head, he's gone over in both games against Philly that we've got here. We've got one from November of last year, one from December. He threw for 374 yards and 271. I just, I like their chances because they have probably no running game, right? Isn't Javonte Williams their running back now? They've got very little running game in a game that they should be behind, in a game where their strength is their receivers. Yeah, in theory, Dak should throw a ton. What about his pass attempts, actually? What about just simplifying this whole thing? Maybe just look at his 35.5 pass attempts and call it there. Right? Like, what about just that? What about his longest pass? What's his longest pass here? I mean, we've got a couple options here. Longest pass completion. I don't know if I like that better. I don't think I like that better than what we already had. Do me a favor, guys. Double tap the screen, all right? We've got people coming and going. All these people joining, jumping in, talking about the app, talking about NFL. But just double tap the screen. David wants CD 6.5 receptions. You got it. All right, here's the question, David, though. Here's the problem. 6.5 receptions. What does Pickens do to that? What does Pickens do to 6.5 receptions? To CDs? Thank you, Levi. Appreciate you. What does he do to his 6.5? I don't know what kind of target share Pickens garners. Pickens has always never been like a huge target guy. So I do think that CD's got that going for him. And if anything, he might actually just open the field up for him. But like, isn't it possible that CD gets 5 or 6 receptions and Pickens also gets like 4 to 5? And I mean, CD's going to have to catch the ball quite a bit, right? Head to head, he's gotten 6, 6, and 11. Right? All right, so David thinks it's not beneficial. I mean, if that's the case, without him, right? Without Pickens last year, he was over in 12 of 20, averaging 7.5 receptions a game, 7.6 over the last 10 receptions per game, and 6.8 over the last 5. He had a couple of huge games where he had 13. I don't know if I see CD getting 13 receptions anymore, because they are a little bit more balanced. So let's just remove those out, as much as it's going to stink to do that. Let's go to receiving yards, and let's remove out his receptions of games where he had like 13. Let's just say he gets 10 or less, right? I think that's a fair assessment. He goes over in only 9 of 20, averaging 74.5 yards. He is in the last 10, 73.2 yards he gets. And the last 5, he gets 84, going over in 3 of 5 games with a 60% hit rate on 73.5. Now, you can get it at 72 on Hard Rock. So that's a little bit better. You're giving yourself a little bit of a bonus there. So if you're going to play something like that, definitely do some shopping. We've got all the odds comparison tools right in the app, Hard Rock. So that's why, I think odds comparison matters more for NFL maybe than a lot of other sports, because all the other sports you can get value on. NFL, you can literally get different lines on, and that might be the difference between winning and losing. Whereas, for MLB and stuff, it's just the difference between how much you win and how much you lose. But for NFL, it's literally the difference between winning and losing. So, Dak definitely loves to throw. Yeah, maybe CD at 6, Pickens at 4. I think that's totally possible, right? Like, I think that's not not outside of the realm of possibility. And again, David, this is not saying he's not going to go over. What I'm saying is there might be better plays out there, right? And I've already kind of highlighted a couple of those better plays. Honestly, maybe the play for CD is a touchdown too. Like, I hate to say it, but Pickens isn't the touchdown guy. He's definitely not a red zone guy. And if let's say the Cowboys get down the red zone a couple of times, you don't have another touchdown guy on the other side. Not that Pickens can't score, but he's more of a big play, 30-yard touchdown guy. So he's not going to be your red zone fade route guy. You've got CD down there. Pickens is going to garner some attention at least, though. You've got Javonte Williams, who's not a terrible running back, but, he's not necessarily a workhorse running back that they're going to lean on, especially not in a game that they could be down 10 to 14 points early on, assuming this game goes the way most people probably think it's going to go. I could definitely see CD getting a TD Lamb, right? So I don't know. I'm just not there yet, but I might be later in the week, David. All right. I might not be later in the week. AJ Brown is dealing with an injury. Oh, freak. I didn't know that. Oh, he's in practice again. Hamstring injury. Oof, hate that. I do hate that. But he is back practicing, so that's not bad. Most of August managing a lingering hamstring injury. Oof. Devontae Smith with a growing. Listen, both these guys are banged up too. Now you're talking something different. Now you might sell me on this game being a lot closer than we thought. Bo Bitchett for over total bases. All right. We'll do that. We'll do like maybe 1 or 2 more. And then we'll call it. I got you, Fives. He wants to go back to a little MLB. Who am I to say no? Over 1.5. I don't know, total bases. 1.5. Gone over in 4 or 5 games, averaging 2.4, 2.2 over the last 10. Confidence score is a 0.53, so a slight lean as well to the higher. However, the books are leaning to the under for 1.5. Profit X plus 111 here. What was the score for this game here? MLB teams. What was the over-under? I got to update that. What is this? Toronto and Milwaukee plays at 138. So they'd be right around here. Toronto, Milwaukee. Right here. 8 runs. Yeah, I think that it's fine. I don't like it as much as some of the other plays that I highlighted today. But also, Fives, like MLB, at this point, like you could kind of talk me into anything. I originally thought the Eagles minus 6.5 off the rip, but I'm not so sure. Again, David, I'm with you, man. There might be just better plays out there, right? Like maybe you alt down to Eagles minus 2.5. Or maybe it's worth taking the Cowboys plus 9.5 or 10.5. I really like to do 10.5 if you're going to do that, but maybe there's like a play there instead. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Somebody double tap that like button for me. I tried to get to everybody's questions. Hope you guys appreciated it. Jumping in, getting your questions answered, because I hate when I jump in somewhere and I'm just trying to get some answers, trying to interact and stuff too. And then the person's like completely oblivious to what I say. So yeah, David, hope you're right. I hope I helped. Hope we end up being right. It's week 1. So take it easy on your bankroll and everything. Who knows what's going to end up happening? It's going to be very much week 1. We always see a couple of upsets. We're starting to figure these teams out. They're going to be rusty. Some of these guys like Josh Allen hasn't played all offseason or all preseason and stuff. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. As we get into like week 2, 3, really like week 3 and 4 is when you'll really start to get an idea on who's what and the team's identities and stuff. So appreciate you guys checking out these videos. I had a ton of support today, and I do not take it for granted. Do not take it lightly from anybody across any platform. Profit Off Props just joined. I see you in there, my friend. Yeah. So I had a great time streaming with you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Let's send us out with a little music. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Can't wait to watch Ibuka. Yeah, for sure. Especially with Godwin not starting off, I believe, immediately. So you've got him and Mike Evans. That team's going to be good when they get 3 wide receiver sets out there. All right.